so everybody can come in. Let me send some quick links real quick. That was a good win, bro. Good win,
yeah,
man. Good win.
good
Hard.
win by the
They
guys.
fought for that win too, man. Yeah, I think we made it a
Grimy
little
game.
tougher. We made that we made it a little tougher than it probably should have been, but fuck it.
Yeah, I'll take the win.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Let me send these out real quick. Excuse me. Send it out. Let everybody come up in the chat so we can get this cracking. At a victory. Two more and I should be Gucci. Wonder if good old Raj gonna show up.
Possibly because his team is playing right now and they're up by like 5 or something. He might show up. Probably not because we won. So we'll see.
We shall see. We know he gonna. Yeah, we know he show up after the loss.
Yeah,
hilarious.
he loves showing up after losses.
Hilarious.
But yeah, I just thought that was a really great game. I mean, it got close there, but I just think that you know, again, I'll take the win. I to be honest with you, even though it's our Hawks, I really didn't have like a feeling like, oh man, we could lose this game. I feel like the momentum was in our favor, even when they were hitting shots. I just felt the momentum was in our favor.
Really? You really felt that? I didn't, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that at all. You know what I was thinking? Excuse me, guys. You know what I was thinking? It looks like we're about to trick off another game, man. Like, we have to be better on closing out games. But hold on, let me shout out everybody in the chat. Welcome to the chat, everybody. Welcome, Hawks. We talk Hawk Post Game Live. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, MI in the building. My guy, the Atlanta analyst in the building. Shout out to the chat, my boy Trey Beast, Jay's in the building, Drummer Boys in the building, Bruce, Chris. Let's talk about this game, family. Let's talk about this game, family. Okay, let's start off with the positives. Okay. The positive of this game, one, is that we won the game. Okay. What's another positive besides winning the game? I'm trying to think of some positives without going to the stats.
Oh yeah. Well,
we had good energy on the court. One thing I can say, if we would have lost the game, I wouldn't have said it was from a lack of energy. We came out, we looked like damn, we looked like we was ready to play today. I didn't see nobody come out being I'm freezing.
Oh no, I was saying you're freezing up a little bit.
Oh,
You were
okay.
for a second. Yeah. My bad.
Okay. We didn't come out here like we usually do. Lack of energy at the beginning of the game. Like, we came out with a purpose. So I would credit the players and Coach Nate for that, coming out ready. We defended our home court against a team that's they trying to get in the playoffs them damn selves. We defended home court as we should, as good teams should do. You got any positives, analysts?
Exactly what you said. I mean, I thought that I saw really good energy overall around the team. I still felt like the advantage of the whistle was not on our side, but that's what's expected. But I think the guys played through that. I think the first half we were a little bit too much concerned about what fouls we were getting, like when the Clippers went on that 19-2 run, when Amir Coffey hit that three in the corner, I could see Trey complaining to the fouls and DeAndre and stuff like that. And but I thought the second half we came out and we just commanded the game, and I felt like we really, to be honest with you, I'll say it again. Even when they went on that run in the fourth quarter, I felt like we started the game under control. I felt like they were making shots according to what we were giving them. They weren't making shots off their own momentum. They would drive down on the lane and get a layup on us. Like that's on us. Like that was correct, correctable stuff, which we did correct when we started to space the floor out, because they were driving and kicking pretty much the whole game. And then we spaced the floor out, which gave up a lot of paint points, but we eliminated pretty much the three in the second half, and I thought that really helped us. So I like that part, and then I do have a hot take that I want to get into it a little bit.
Okay, let's go over some stats real quick, then we'll come back to your take. Let's look at our team stats for today's win, guys. Let's see, did anything stick out? As a team, let's see. We did a good job. We held the Clippers to 49% shooting, which is still like good. Wish it was lower. Third, we held them to 38% shooting from the 3-point line. Well, we didn't hold them because that's still shooting good from the 3-point line. We forced 12 turnovers. We killed them on the boards. We just dominated the boards. We was +9 on the boards. We was we was actually +9 on total rebounds and +9 on offensive rebounds, which equal what we know second chance points. So we'll obviously take that. Blocks was even. We was -2 on steals. They had 2 technical fouls. So I mean, the team stats state that this game was close as the score said it was. Like, I mean, let's be real. Score that bucket, it was 106, 108. So the game was close. And the team stats said we played each other almost to almost evenly. I mean, we shot worse from 3 than they did by 10%. We was 29% from 3. We shot 48% from the field, but when you got +9 on the boards total, +9 on the offensive rebound, that's going to give you an advantage. And then it didn't help that Morris got kicked out. Well, it didn't help for them. I'll take it. I'll take all wins. I don't care how we get them, to be honest.
He I don't care. Deserved to get kicked out.
Hey, I don't care what he did. I don't care. I don't care if they kick a player out because he tripped and fell down. I'll take it. It's going to give us an advantage. I'll take it. Trae Young, this is the type of games that I like Trae Young playing. I don't like Trae Young taking 25, 27 shots, 17 shots. Excuse me, guys. 17 shots. Right? 8 for 7. That is efficient point guard play. 1 for 4 from 3. And that's what I'm saying. Trae Young, he is so good that he doesn't need to keep jacking these 3-point shots, man. We got 3-point gunners on the team. He don't need to be taking 7, 8, 9 3-pointers a game. He's more effective when he's doing what? When he's orchestrating the offense and attacking the basket. You know what I'm saying? When he attacks the basket, he get the floater going. He had the mid-range going. You get 8 for 17. That's over 50%. Well, just right under 50%. It's like 48, 47% from the field. He nailed his free throws, 10 for 12. That was weird seeing him miss back-to-back free throws. I don't remember the last time he missed back-to-back free throws, but 10 for 12. Can't complain about that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of play I want from our superstar, man. That's the type of play I want from this guy. Obviously our team defense still a work in progress, but at the end of the day, we did what we had to do to pull out this win and keep our hopes alive. As far as trying to, move up in the standings. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on tonight's game?
And well, I think that tonight's game was just really good. I was going to tell you, this is another opportunity. I mentioned it in my pregame. I said this is another opportunity for us. It may seem like we've tricked off every opportunity we had to get back and over 500, but we got another one coming up. I said if we get tonight's win, I said we have an opportunity if we can come out and beat these two teams under 500. But and we will get back to 500. But I was, tonight's game, I thought that the way we came out was better. I felt like I also emphasized that we needed to have a good first quarter. Because I said lately the last few games, I said our first quarters have not been good. I said we either been trailing or we've really been really sluggish out in those
Okay.
in those fourth quarters. So I just felt like the fourth was, I mean, the first, I'm sorry, not fourth, but first quarter. First quarter was great. We outscored them. We got outscored in the second, but we still were up. And then we were up every quarter, and I think that really helped us. And you're going to win a lot of games if you play a good first quarter and you start off the game good and you carry on with that momentum.
And let's welcome my boy Lou Starsky to the show. What's good, my guy Lou? Give me your thoughts on the game tonight, man.
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Excellent. I was a little scared when they went on that 17-2 to run, but I thought we closed out the half pretty solid. And I just think this could be a momentum builder. It seems like they all know what they have to do. I mean, this is a team that's done it in the past when their backs are against the wall. So we gotta hope that they get into that playoffs, because if you get into the playoffs, then you have a chance to win.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%, man. The only concern I have about tonight's game, which has been going on all season, is I guess I have to just deal with the fact that in order for us to win, we just got to outscore the other team. Like, we're not gonna stop. We're not gonna contain. We just have to flat out just outscore them. I mean, this is another win where we allow the team to still shoot almost 50% from the field, 38% from three. So we have to just outscore the other team. And, I just got to accept that. I mean, I think it's probably too late for these dudes to, so-called turn it on, even though, our backs are against the wall and we try, every game for us now is like a playoff game. So, I'm going to go ahead and just sit. I'm not even going to pay attention to the defense no more. You know what I'm saying?
Damon, do you think that the way that we have been reffed from the beginning of the season, do you think that's had an effect on how aggressive or not aggressive we actually are on defense?
Yeah, it does. Because if you go back, I was complaining about the referee in the beginning of the season. And if we cannot get our superstar to the line, like Trey should be going to the line minimum 10 times. Let's be honest here, but ever since, you start with Lloyd Pierce when he was hating on Trey about not real basketball, Steve Nash, not real basketball. Then the committee going on trying to adjust the rules of what's a foul. We've been Trey Young, especially because I can't remember the last time Trey Young had,
10.
Not even 10, had an and one, bro. Half the time he be shooting, they foul him and they be like, it's on the floor. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But then I watched the Sixers game and see James Harden and Embiid go to the line. I see them go to the line 10 times each in the first half. And I'm just like, and then you can see how it has an effect when you go look at the last 2 times we played the Celtics. Both times we was killing them. And what happens? Go ahead, Lou.
I was going to say, is it fair to say that the NBA taints itself by its refs? Like, it's the only league that still has an issue with the people that are judging the calls. Like they have such an impact on the game, and if they have an attitude that day, you're SOL,
Yeah, that's exactly. And the worst part about it is nothing you can do about it. You got to take it. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it, and it affects the game. Yep. That's why I be so upset. Them Celtics games, we should have won those, but both times in the third quarter, here come the referees. The first time we played, I mean, Hunter was good on on Tatum, and he come the third quarter, and I'm thinking, how you pick up 3 fouls in the third quarter? Yeah, so then it changes everything, and then guess what happened? Ooh, Tatum got hot. As soon as we had to pull Hunter out the game, we ended up losing the game. So, yeah, man, and I've been saying that. I've been saying Nate and his staff need to make a tape. I wish they would go ahead and send it into the league before the play-in starts, the playoffs start. So
he did that last year, right?
Yeah. So and then they did Steve Nash and them did it against us about Trae Young when he stops and the defender running to him, which to me, that's a foul. There's no rule saying you can't stop in the lane. And then the dude running to you, it's a foul.
Yeah. He was able, you're telling me you're going to penalize him for being able to run around you as a defender, get in front of you, and then take a jump shot. You're going to penalize him for being able to do that? I think that's silly.
Exactly. So the refereeing, it affects us. It affects the way we play. That's why you see Trae Young. That's why he always complaining. You know what? Sometimes I'll be like, Trae, don't complain. Get back on defense. But then on the other hand, I'll be like this. Somebody got to say something to these dudes, man, to let them know, bro, we see you.
Where's the coach? Go ahead, analyst. I was going to say, where's the coach that threw that chair last year?
Hey, man, listen.
Melvin Hunt.
Yeah, that was awesome.
No, they didn't bring him back on the staff. Nate didn't want to bring him back on the staff. But no, look, I noticed that, and here I kind of put two together in terms that I was right. I don't know if anyone noticed, but until Dre got into foul trouble, DeLong didn't play. And I was thinking in my head during the game, I said, Nate must be shortening his rotation. I look on Twitter and now I see a quote from Nate says, I'm shortening my rotation. So Lou's going to get those minutes over DeLon. So now, look, it's lock-in time. You got to go with the guys who's giving you baskets and giving you guys who's going to give you effort. So I like the move to shorten the rotation. But would you all like me to go on with my hot take?
No, hold up. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second. Hold up. Hold up. Go ahead, Lou.
Well, analyst just brought something up, and the DeLone being benched is okay with me because he's a really good individual defender, and he's really smart. And I see how he's very tactical in how he defends certain people, but he doesn't affect the team defense at all. So I mean, like putting him on the bench for Lou's offense, I think is smart.
I mean, because we're not good at team defending. I mean,
exactly.
You got to be in today's NBA, man. It's not about single player defense. It's about team defense.
Hedging. Yeah, about like if you're playing Giannis, you have a game plan against Giannis. If you're playing against LeBron, you got something against him. I mean, you got to stop certain players in the playoffs.
Right. You got to play team defense. That's what it is at the end of the day. And it just sucks that you got a good defender guard in DeLon Wright. You know what I'm saying? Now, but it's good to have DeLon Wright for moments just like what happened tonight. Hunter's in foul trouble. I mean, in today's NBA. And you got to expect that to happen. Hunter probably going to be in foul trouble the rest of the season, especially if you put him on a so-called superstar or the best player of the other team. So you got to be prepared for him to pick up early fouls, or what we're going to have to do is people going to have to rotate. Now, you can rotate guys off the bench, or you can rotate guys who's on the court to guard certain players that you see the refs are looking out for.
Yeah, and I was going to say,
you know what I'm saying? Like they did us. I thought that tonight.
There was like one foul that wasn't a foul that they claimed that Hunter committed, but everyone may have different opinions on this, but in my opinion, I was not happy when DeAndre picked up that flagrant. I feel like it fed into their momentum. And if you looked at the play, I mean, you got to be fair. I mean, I thought that the contact, like it was more of like a "what are you doing" DeAndre moment. Because I mean, I don't know if he meant to hit him in the neck or whatever, but I felt like that kind of fed it to the momentum. But I said in my house, I said in my post, I felt like DeAndre really came back for us in that second half, and I felt like once he fouled him and DeAndre fouled again, and I think Collins picked up a foul. I said, the way they're calling the game, it almost makes you not want to touch the players. And I feel like that causes us to be less physical due to the refs not really calling anything in our favor. But I feel like everyone played well. I feel like, to be honest with you, the only guy that I was and I thought that he even played better defense in the second half, but I thought that Bogey, he kind of got a little lost. So I think it was Reggie Jackson or Batum or one of those guys. But I feel like Herter played good defense. I feel like Gallo a couple times in that first half, he left Batum wide open. I think that I thought that everyone, obviously,
Well,
except for, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I think Juan brings up a good point. Like, I think that they're reaching too much. Like the point of their defense seems to be to steal the ball for some reason instead of just making it hard for the other team to score. Like they don't have to like steal or make a magic play every time. Just be in position. And I think they got to move their feet and fight through it instead of trying to reach and steal the ball. I think like the mentality's got to be different. Where as a team, they just got to make it hard for the other team to score. That's it. Just be in the position where they're going to be shooting the ball.
You know what, Lou? Maybe that's what Coach Nate McMillan told him to do. Since we're not good on ball defenders, maybe that's what he told him. Hey, just get active hands. Now it sucks because a lot of the fouls we get be ticky tacky because that's what they be doing, reaching, slapping. So you know what it reminds me of? You know, it reminds me of playing cornerback in football. How they'll tell you keep doing it until they call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if this was the 90s, they'd be fine.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we got to take the good with the bad, man. I mean, we tried to play regular defense, man, up beginning of the season, first half of the season. You saw how that turned out. We was a below 500 team. I mean, if this is what he got him doing now, I mean, hey, we're above 500 since the All-Star break. So I mean, it's hard to argue against whatever Nate has them doing. Now, I really believe Nate doesn't have the players to play the type of defense that he wants. You know what I'm saying? So you just got what's the saying? You got to cook with the ingredients you got. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it work. You know.
Yeah. Well, we talked about the front office on the show, and do you think Nate and Travis are really on the same page, and do they have to be?
They should be, but I don't think they are because I think Travis has his I think Travis probably one of them guys where I'm going to get you players with talent, and you need to make it work. He probably listens to Nate's suggestions, but a real like me, if I was a general manager, like when I'm scouting, when I'm trying to go after players, my head coach is going to be right there with me because I want my coach to tell me what player do you need.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? I ain't going out here guessing. You tell me who you need.
I gotta say, okay. So, first of all, I think it's the other way around. I don't think that Nate communicates well with Travis as far as what he wants, and I say that because if you watched Nate's introduction as the Hawks head coach, a reporter brought up a question about free agency, draft, and like trade and stuff like that. And Nate said, well, my time was a couple weeks ago during the season. He said this off season, he said, I have nothing to really do with what Travis does up in the front office. He says in free agency, I'll be a little bit more involved, but as far as the draft and trades, he said that's Travis and his staff. So I don't think that there's a I think that he needs to let Travis, you got to let your GM know, because I keep bringing it up, and you probably tried to even understand it. Chauncey Billups in Portland, they traded away pretty much all their offensive players because, Billups is more of a defensive-minded coach. So they went and they got defensive-minded coach. And if you go back and watch those interviews, he talked about getting competitors and defensive players. So it's all just about communicating. And a thing that because I wanted to try what MI did, I watched the first half on the Clippers broadcast. And right as the game started, I don't know if you heard it. I heard, I think it was Fratello. He said something, and it was very interesting. This is not my hot take, but this is very interesting. He said there has been some questions circling around the Hawks organization and ownership. He talked about how Travis and the front office almost now said that he almost regretted not moving certain players, and I don't want to go to my hot take just yet, but I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I just don't know because I really kind of got excited when the Sabonis was on the market because I knew that Nate had coached him before, and I thought Nate would have been in Travis's ear saying, "Hey, let's get this guy," because I know what he can do. Let's trade, like blah 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 blah. And so I really kind of started getting excited, thinking that might be a real possibility that we may end up with him for the trade deadline. And so to not see that happen was sad for me because I know we need a post presence.
Yeah,
our team would dynamically change if we could drop the ball into a post player where the defense has to react a certain way. We get open shots. Other teams do it to us all day long.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, go ahead, Am I?
No, go ahead, Amos.
I was gonna say I think that's important because if you get a stretch big with the shooters that we have, I think that you're looking at something beautiful. You're looking at something hard to go against. And as much as I think that Clint does a really solid, and he did a really solid job on defense tonight, I think that we would be so much more potent and scary, have a lot more options if you can throw it down to your big and he can score. With the Sabonis thing, I was just talking to someone about this earlier. I said, I like Sabonis at the 5. Yeah. But I said the only thing with Sabonis is his defense. I said Sabonis elite scorer. He can clean up the boards pretty well, and he can take it down, and he can kind of back you down.
Get a layup.
But yeah, I said the defense is what you're going to end up losing because Sabonis, he's one of those guys where he's marked down at like 6'10". He didn't look that big. He doesn't look that big. He looks more like a 4, but his height says he can play the 5. So I mean, overall, I think that Sabonis would have been a good option if you were talking about moving Collins for him. But like I said, we've already tried to do that and it didn't work. But so yeah,
I'd rather move Clint Capella instead of Collins.
I would too.
If I could get Sabonis because John can stretch it out, and then it gives you all that space for you can throw it down to your big, and your big can work, and he ain't got to worry about the power forward being in the paint, or the power forward's man being in the paint, or his man coming off and collapsing on the big, collapsing on a Sabonis type player. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the end of the day, we don't got that motherfucker, so I don't give a fuck about having a fucking Sabonis. I mean, I don't care, man. Like, bro, that's water under the bridge, man. Like, I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, but what we were talking about was a communication between the coach and the GM.
Well, the problem is this, man. The problem is this. There's no way your GM does not talk to the coach. How does the GM know who to go get without talking to the coach? Now, the GM might not go get the exact dude you want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can get someone similar to what you want.
They have to talk. Why would Travis go? Yeah. Why would Travis go out and get DeLon Wright? You know what I'm saying? That's something that they got to discuss. You know what I'm saying? But like, at the end of the day, I think they talk, but it's all about who's available and who we ready to give up to go get these guys. You know what I'm saying? But tonight's game, 112-106, man. It was a close one. It was bro, the Hawks, I'll tell you one thing, bro. You can't get up and leave their games because you don't know what's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, they give up runs.
Yeah, that is very true. I didn't mean to cut you off, Lou, but that's very true. I don't know if you all remember. I went on the channel just yet, but I'm sure you were probably ready to throw your computer out the window. I went to the Houston game that we played at home, and we were up by like I believe it was 12 or like 4 minutes to go. And I was like, Houston's not hitting any shots. I said, I'm gonna go and leave because if you leave early, you can avoid a lot of traffic coming out of State Farm Arena. So that's true. That's true.
Dude, you gotta take Marta. You gotta take Marta.
Hey,
that way you can drink.
Be like me. I just got a hotel downtown Atlanta and just walked to State Farm.
There you go. Well, there you go.
Well, for me, I mean,
you got to stay out of that traffic, man. You got to stay out of that traffic.
Yeah, because I remember one time. I don't mean to get off topic. I remember one time I went to Hawks vs. Knicks game 3, and we stayed the whole game. We were stuck in the parking garage for about an hour and a half. But
Silly.
So I left. I left the Houston game with some time to spare. And we're in the car and I'm listening to the game and I was like, there's no way Houston's coming back. I get home, turn on the game. What do you know? Houston is up by 2, getting ready to shoot 2 free throws. I couldn't believe it. I know you all remember that game. That game.
Bro,
my God.
Pick a game, bro. That's not unusual, man. Like,
well,
that's not unusual.
Hey, well, what's happened around the league? Like, did we move up? Or are we staying the same? Are we still in 10th spot? Like, what does this win do for us?
We move up to 9. Hold on, let me see if Charlotte won. So I think we stay at 10, but we're still tied. But we're going to be tied for 10. We're tied. Yes, we're technically tied for 9th. But it's really gonna play a factor because if we win these 2 games coming up, and Charlotte wins their 2 games coming up, the tiebreaker, because this is the last game we play, the tiebreaker will be when we play Charlotte here coming up in Charlotte. And if we win that game, then we will officially be ahead of Charlotte in any tiebreaker, even though I think we already won 2 games over them. We would have clinched the season series over them.
Man, listen, at this point,
let's go do that.
I'm worried about the Wizards. That's all I'm worried about right now.
Is that our next game?
No, that's the ones on our ass. I think we up 2.5 on the Wizards now.
Yeah, we got.
I ain't got real.
To me, I'm not worried about because the Wizards, to me, because first of all, we're already on the tiebreaker over them. So even if we would still get the benefit of the doubt because of the tiebreaker, but the Wizards, to me, they've been so inconsistent lately that they hadn't really been able to catch us. They stay like 2.5, 3 games behind us, and then. So the Wizards are pretty much riding 11th by themselves.
Let me tell you something. The Atlanta Hawks can come out and lose 4 games in a row, just like this. Okay? Because we're not consistent. So that's why that's what I'm concerned about. Until we just get eliminated, we need to win games. But obviously, sometimes we can win, sometimes we can't. But right now, I'm concerned about Wizards, man. Make sure they don't catch up on us. But okay, so Drummer Boy says the Wizards got the Lakers in LA. I mean, the Lakers, usually you'd be like, oh, the Wizards finna lose this game. But the Lakers have been playing so terrible, they might even win this game. That's what I'm saying, man. I want to think about the NBA, man. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and I looked at that, and I made sure that, okay, the Wizards will probably end up winning that game. So I looked at if they win the game, what it would do. I'm looking at the current standings. Actually, we did move up to 9, by the way, but it's still tied. But if the Wizards do win that game, they would still be 2.5 games behind us. Right now, they're pretty much 3 games behind us. So even if the Wizards win tonight, they would be 2.5 games behind us, which would really put us in a good position because they hadn't got the 30th win of the season. If they win tonight, they'll have 30 wins. But we have 32 and they only have 29. So right now they're a good distance behind us. But right now, we need Charlotte to lose some games. We know that Brooklyn's is on the rise. Toronto's probably on the fall if you look at that, if you look at their road trip. But even if the Wizards win tonight, they will still be a good distance behind us.
We missed our chance to catch Brooklyn slipping.
Yeah, but I think that Brooklyn is going to end up sliding in and getting that 6. I can see Cleveland falling and Toronto falling into the play-in. The Hawks are going to. I don't know. You all may think different, but I think with Brooklyn, I think that Brooklyn is going to end up moving up to 6 by the end of the year. Toronto is going to end up falling either 8th, 9th, or 10th, and I think that wherever the Hawks go, whatever seed the Hawks get, they need to have home court advantage in the play-in. Because obviously we're not getting the 6th seed, so they need to have home court advantage in the play-in. We can get home court advantage in the play because we don't play well on the road. We saw that with losing in Detroit. We saw that with losing in Milwaukee and other
We barely
places.
play good. We barely play good at home.
Yeah, but
bro, we like
advantage,
we like 3 games above 500 at home.
That's
No,
after we
we're
went
more
on a bad. We went on a bad little streak there.
we're 20-13 at home. But because I was on that home stretch, we went on that winning streak to give us that little gap at home. But we got to get home court advantage in whatever play in. But
I agree with that.
Yeah, but like I said, right now, the Wizards. The only reason I'm not too concerned about the Wizards is because if you look at their schedule coming up, just what Drummer Boy said, Denver, Golden State, Portland after LA, and then they play tough teams that they can lose to after that. I just don't see the Wizards really doing anything. The Wizards have been stuck in that 11 spot forever, just like we've been stuck in the 10 spot. I'd rather be stuck in the 10 spot than the 11 spot, obviously. But it's kind of like from really 10 down, everyone's kind of basically stuck in their spot. The Knicks, they're like 10 games under 500, and they blew a big lead to the Memphis Grizzlies. They're about to lose that game. So right now, with teams behind us, I think we're in a good position. Right now, my two concerns is really Charlotte, getting past Charlotte and building a game ahead of Charlotte. And depending on which team falls first, Cleveland or Toronto, because again, I don't see Brooklyn falling. So whatever team falls first, we need to make sure that we're in good standings with that team because we do play Toronto one more time. So that's going to be key for us that we get that game because it's all every game counts. Not only for playoff positioning, but it counts because tiebreakers will help you. That will help the Knicks get home court advantage in the playoffs last year against us.
That's some good information right there, analyst. Good information. Let's go ahead. Man, y'all can tell my voice jacked up, man. I've been sick, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been sick. I was gonna ask if you were yelling at the game.
Nah, I've been sick, man. I think I had a slight cold, man. Mainly my throat, but
get you some tea with some lemon.
I got some, but I don't want to be really sipping on it up here. Well, my wife's about to make me another one though. But let's get to these player ratings, man, because I don't know how long your boy gonna last tonight because my throat is killing me. But just in case I got to sign off, analysts and Lou, they'll continue the post game chop up. Okay, all right. But I can't leave before we do the player ratings. I love the player ratings, baby.
And then you got to hear my hot take.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure to get that hot.
Well, let's do the hot take first. Let's do the hot take first.
Let me get the player.
That way I can pull up the rosters. Let me pull up the rosters.
No, because then we'll get on that hot take and we'll be going back and forth. Next thing I know, it'll be midnight. All right, like it was last time, and I had to get up at 5:30. I was hurting, but let me see. Y'all got me off topic. All right, guys, player ratings 1 through 10. We only rating for this game. I don't care what they did the last game or what you think they're gonna do only this game that just happened. Okay, family. All right, let's go. Let's start off with John Collins, man. 23 minutes. That's low as hell. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 for 8 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, 3 for 3 from the line, and 1 block. Yeah, I know I'm a John Collins fan, but tonight I'm gonna give John Collins a 4. He was a non-factor tonight. Usually he got something going on, but tonight I didn't see nothing going on with John tonight. What's your thoughts on that, Lou?
I think 4 is a fair number for him. I mean, unfortunately, his skill is just lacking. I mean, there was a sequence where early on in the game when they were going on a run, and they dumped it off to him in the post, and he did some wild baseline turnaround. There wasn't even close, and he did it really fast, and it gave nobody even a chance to get a rebounding position. And then the next possession, he shot just a errant three, and it just showed just his inability to understand, like, and or just to affect the game without having to be the person triggering that shot, and it's unfortunate, but he has no low post game. I would love if instead of him learning how to shoot the three, he learned how to get some post moves, because that's ultimately what we need. And I think he's skilled enough or athletic enough to learn some basic post moves to get layups. I mean, and I just think they had it right. I think the reason why he got busted for the steroids is because they have it right. I mean, he's light as a feather. I mean, everybody just moves him around. I mean, guards move him around, and I think it's unfortunate.
Well, yeah,
So
I
yeah,
agree.
4 is fair.
I agree. He light in the ass, but I mean, for him to put on the size to like really, even if he had a post game, but like you said, he's so light, he wouldn't be able to like hold that position. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying
No,
to back
he
somebody
can't.
down,
Exactly.
you gotta have a strong lower body to
Yep.
hold that position. And unfortunately, since he's not naturally gifted in that area, he's gonna have to put on some weight, which is good. It's gonna take time, because even if he put on 20 pounds in the off season, all that basketball you playing, he wouldn't be able to maintain it. So because all that cardio run up and down, so he gonna have to. I'll give Collins, I would say maybe to 4 years, he will be able to be dominant, and I mean not dominant, be able to hold that position, putting on weight
Like a Bobby
naturally.
Portis.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, analysts, on I got a 4, Lou got a 4, the chat looking like a 5.
Yeah, what I got based off of his stats and what I have, he's gonna 4. Uh, yeah, I'll yeah 4. I don't want to
Hey,
say.
hey, don't say it, analyst. Let me tell you what the what everybody mama say. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing. Because you're
Yeah,
about to say so. We'll take the
I'm-
4, move on. All right. All right, man. Next guy. And y'all got to get this guy some credit tonight, man. You got to get this dude some credit. Clint Capella, man. 26 minutes, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 for 9 from the field, 2 blocks. But what I loved about Clint Capella, you see him go out there and guard that boy at that 3-point line without fouling.
Reggie, yeah.
Reggie Jackson, you see that? He went out there, guarded him great, didn't even come close to fouling, kept him in front of him, made him shoot that 3, contested it. That boy played good tonight, man. I'm gonna have to get Clint a 10 tonight, man. I'm with the chat tonight, man. A 10 for Clint. I would give him a 9, but +1 for the win, man. I mean, I don't know what else you want from Clint Capella. We know he limited offensively. We already know that. So for him to give you 14 points, very efficient, 7 for 9 from the field, plus 11 boards, leading us in rebounding again. You got to tip your cap to this guy, man. What you got on that, analyst?
Well, I know you all probably gonna be shocked, but I'm gonna give Clint a 10 tonight. I felt like that's the way we need him to play. He was guarding. He showed that well, I feel like the way he like you said, was guarding guards without fouling. Obviously, obviously Zubac having that much, is some of the reason I brought that. But I just thought that he was dominant on both ends of the floor. And I think that's what we've been really needing for for him to do, for us to really do well. And I thought that he did just a really good job. He didn't look like he was lost out there. He didn't look disengaged. He played well. And that's why he's getting a 10 tonight. If he plays like that every night, we're gonna win we're gonna win pretty much every game, because that's what you need from your big man. When you have your big man down in the post doing what he did, it's gonna be hard for teams to beat you, whether he can space the floor or not.
And it was also good that the Clippers could only run one big, unlike some like Milwaukee, unlike the Cavs. So he did. he wasn't outnumbered and outside. What's your thoughts on Clint Capella, Lou?
I'd say a 9. I definitely ditto everything the analyst just said about that. I mean, if we get that type of play from Clint, that's playoff Clint. I mean, that's like, just do
Yeah.
your part. That's doing his part. He took care of his business, and that was good to see. And yeah, sometimes we get frustrated with Clint because he misses the easy shots or whatever, but he likes to play defense, and we have a lot of guys that don't know how to play defense. So imagine being that frustrated all the time too. So I give it up to Clint. 9 all day.
Alrighty. So looking like look like everybody on the same page for Clint Capella tonight. Next player up.
Clint of old. Yeah.
We got next player up, DeAndre Hunter, 26 minutes, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 for 7 from the field. So efficient shooting night, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, big time bucket to end the game. But we know he was in foul trouble. Shout out to the refs. I think if he's not in foul trouble, I think he has a bigger game because he was cooking tonight on the offensive side of the ball. I'm giving DeAndre Hunter gets an 8 from me tonight. I mean, he had to play through the foul trouble and big shot made. But you know what I love the most? I just love the efficient shooting of our players, man, because we're a jump shooting team. And the better we shoot, the better chance we have to win the game, considering how terrible our defense is. That's why I harp on our shooting efficiency. So what did I say? I give him an 8. Is that what I said? Yeah. So I'll give him an 8. Fuck it. I give him a 9 because we won tonight. You know what I'm saying? What you got on that, Lou?
I'm sticking with the 8, the foul trouble. He's got to, he's got to learn some stuff. I posted in the chat today the 2019 draft and its order. So there's a lot of people that were drafted that are doing things now. He had injuries, so he's got to show out and hitting shots and hitting big shots and taking big shots. That's what I got to see from him consistently. So I give him an 8. The foul trouble dropped him down a little bit, but I love Hunter's our guy. We chose Hunter over Cam, so now it's time for us to roll with that.
What you got on that, analyst?
Yeah, I'm gonna give Hunter an 8 tonight. I just feel like I just feel like he played well. I thought that the shots that he took were, well, except for one, but we're not gonna talk about that because we won. But I feel like that he played well. The only reason I'm not giving him a 9 or a 10 is because I did not like, and you all again may disagree with me, I did not like the flagrant that he committed, because that was in the middle of a time that we could have stopped the run. Because they were getting on a run. They had like a 1-point lead at the time. Then once that flagrant happened, it gave them 2 free throws in the ball, and it's like the run continued.
Well, let's talk about it. Can we talk about that real quick? Because just real quick, that move was an aggressive move. It was an inside move against a lot of people. They collapsed on him, and I thought it's what you want him to do.
I thought the call was corny.
Yeah, I did too.
This is professional. This is professional basketball. Considering what we just saw with Giannis, driving to our dudes, busting them in the chest, knocking them on the ground, leading with the elbow, shoulder, and then for us to, when we get aggressive, it's a flagrant foul. You know what I'm saying? It's a foul, period. Because if that was Giannis, that'd probably be a foul on the defense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Look,
I was just gonna say real quick, like, he didn't aggressively move his elbow. Like, it just, the other dude just put his head there and it moved into it. Like, why was that a thing at all?
Well, you go ahead, Anders. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, look, I think that it should be a foul no matter who it is. So if Giannis would have done it, if Morris would have, like, I feel like that. Not so much that I'm mad at him because he was being physical. I just felt at that point in the game, that we didn't need a flagrant at that point in the game. When
But
they're
you can't.
already
But
over the
see,
flagrant.
analysts, you can't. You don't know that when you attacking the basket, you don't know. Oh, I'm gonna get a flagrant. No, you attack the basket aggressively, and you know what? When you're attacking that basket, you're not looking. Oh, let me keep my elbow down so I don't hit this dude. No, you like I'm going to the hole, and
There's
guess what?
3
I'm
people.
finna get this bucket. If dude trying to defend and he happened to get hit accidentally from your elbow because of the way you holding the ball, how high you holding it, or how you going up, in my opinion, that's his fault. You
That's
need to
what I'm
be
saying.
aware. You can't punish the offensive player because he's like, oh, I didn't look to the side to make sure I didn't hit this guy. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
hope
that dude
Hunter,
wasn't set.
yeah, I hope Hunter keep doing it. Keep
Me too.
attacking the basket. Keep
Yep.
doing it. Because guess what happens? Once you develop that with the referees, this is how you play ball. You'll get those. That's why Giannis get those calls. Giannis didn't get calls like that his first 3-4 years in the league because he didn't attack because he wasn't that big when he first came in. But
Mhm.
as he kept doing it, the referees are like, okay, this is how this dude plays ball. So now we going. Then he happened to become a superstar. So now it's the superstar call too. You know what I'm saying? But that flagrant, I think
I
it's
think
BS. I think it
I
was
think this
BS.
but I think this year the league is also trying to allow more contact that they're calling incidental.
Well, you already know if you hit somebody in the head, they're gonna hit you up for the flagrant. My
That's
my
just
thing is my
But
thing is this. My thing is this, bro. You have to look at that play. Like it's not my responsibility attacking the
yeah.
basket to look out for the defense. Oh, let me move my
Yeah.
elbow because I
To
don't
move
want to
my
hit this guy.
elbow?
Yeah, that's not my
Come on.
responsibility.
Thank
And they
you.
know that stuff be incidental. They know
Yeah.
it.
well,
You know what I'm saying? And that's an
I
easy
I,
I
way.
agree.
I'll finish off with this. I've seen DeAndre attack the basket without, like, we saw him attack the basket
Without
many times.
smashing folks in the elbow.
Because when it showed it, I said, dude, you hit him in. I said, you hit him in the neck. I was like, I've seen you attack the basket before, or whether it's on the baseline or going down or coming down the lane. I've seen you attack the basket before without getting fouls called on you. I just felt like at that point,
It sucked.
with the momentum that they were trying to build, I felt like it just added on to it, and I
But you
felt like
can't. But I'm saying is
Yeah.
you
He
can't
had
hold
3
that.
people.
You can't
Go-
hold that against him because you don't know what the ref is going to call.
Yeah,
right.
he
You
had
can't.
he had
I
3
was
people collapse on him. Like normally they call it, like if he's running into the lane and maintains his position, they really should have called an earlier foul before
Now,
they got to the elbow.
now I could see this. Now, if DeAndre Hunter was defending and he tried to block the ball and hit the dude upside the head, that's different. You
Right.
see, because you can avoid hitting the dude in the head when you're going for the ball. You know what they call it when you're making a basketball play. But on the offensive side, bro, unless you're just going through the lane with your elbows this high, I don't understand what they want you to do, man. It's like
Yeah.
that shit almost like football, man. When they be like, when you sack the quarterback, you can't fall on them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
I was
what you want
disappointed
me
with
to
that
do?
call,
Yeah, but you know what? You know how I took
especially
that
with it being
call?
reviewed.
I took that call as us getting screwed over again by the referees because guess what it did? Just like Angela said, it assisted them in the run. You know what I'm saying? It's always something that the referees do
To help
that
the other
hurts
team
us.
give an
Yeah, it
opportunity. Yep.
hurts us. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does. It
But
really does, man. I've never seen it like this bad this year, but I also
it's
feel like I'm
been
being biased. But at the
it's
same
been
time, I'm also fair.
terrible.
I
It's
think I'm
been
a fair
terrible.
human. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, when
and
Nate
I just
McMillan
want
get kicked out of a game, come on
that
now.
that tells you it's
Bro,
bad. I just
go in that chat, Lou. I've been screaming these referees for how long now, bro?
Oh,
I remember Mike was telling me it ain't the ref fault, blah, blah. No, man.
no,
The
it's the refs.
referees calls can influence the game by changing momentum, giving momentum. You know, that's why I be so hard on it. Like, I don't mind the fouls, but call it both ways. Call
Exactly.
it both ways, man. You know, but let's go ahead and
Yeah.
move
yeah.
on, man. That was
All right.
Hunter.
John
Let's go to let's go to analyst.
got it.
Let's go to analyst homeboy because I know analyst finna get his dude probably a 15. Kevin Herter family. We on Kevin Herter tonight. Damn, my voice sounds terrible.
36
36
minutes.
Yeah, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists,
500 from everywhere.
6 for 12 from the field. That's 50%. Boy, he was 50% from the field. He was 50% from 3 at 4 for 8. He only had 1 turnover. What y'all giving Kevin? Drummer boy already gave him
500
a
from
10.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's start with
first,
Anna. Let's start with the Kevin. I'm gonna start calling you Atlanta Herder. Go ahead. What
he
you gonna
gets
give him? Go give him a 10.
15. 15. No, he's gonna get a 10 from me tonight. And by the way, that turnover, I wouldn't even count that as a turnover because I mean, he was trying to save the ball and no one was getting out and no one was running, so he kind of just saved it to the other. Anyways, I feel like he hit big shots. He came up he came up big for us late. I feel like those 2 threes that he hit were really the momentum setters for us moving forward to go ahead and win the game. Even though I felt like we already had control of the game, I just felt like with those shots really just it hurt the Clippers, and it gave us that gap so that when the Clippers went down and scored, we still had that cushion. I said, okay, Herter just hit a 3, and then he came back down and hit another 3. I felt like that was what we needed. And I say this quite often about some players. I don't feel like the shots that he missed hurt us. I don't feel like it hurt us. Like if you're missing shots late and it hurts us, that's not good, and it's going to cost you in player ratings. But I just feel like the shots that he missed didn't hurt us. And like I said, 50% from a guard that took 8 shots is it's really good. And one of them went like in and out. So it's really good. It's exactly what you want to ask for from your shooting guard. And he came up big for us late.
I agree, man. I
Yeah.
agree. I mean, Kevin Herter was on point today, man. He was on point. Big buckets. Y'all know what I love the most? Shooting efficiency. You 50% from the field, 50% from 3. You can't. Hey, I love it. I love it. I give Kevin Herter. I give him a 10 tonight. Kevin Herter was amazing tonight. Just he was where we needed him to be at. Making big shots. That three at the buzzer. Well, at the end of the shot clock. Big time buckets. Big time
that was
3.
Deep too.
Yeah, considering he just had to throw it up. So big time bucket, man. You know what I'm saying? What you got on that, Lou? On Kevin Herter's performance tonight?
I'm going to say a 9. I mean, he's our X factor. I mean, he's the guy that goes chest to chest against all the big teams. Like when he's doing good, it gives Trey that running mate. I mean, he's the guy that can take that big shot. He can shoot over anybody. I mean, there's nobody that really gets in his way. He always has a clear shot. So he's that guy, so like when he's on or when he does good or when he's efficient or when, the shots that he did take were usually after big shots that they made. And I thought that was just what we needed at the time. And that's the type of play that we've come to expect. And I think we need more of when it comes from Herter.
Yeah, most definitely. But all right, let's move on to the next man. But I might need y'all to take over, bro, because I'm over here hurting. Okay, next player, Gallinari, 30 minutes. That's a lot of minutes for Gallo tonight. Well, 13 points.
Got a comment about that later.
Yeah, 13 points, 6 rebounds.
Our team looked good when he was in there.
I guess because he showed it. He shot terrible from the field. Well, he didn't shoot terrible. I'm bullshitting. He was 5 for 12. That's what, 40, about 40-some percent. About 44%. I'm just guessing.
I'll get it precise for you.
3 for 7 from 3. That's like what? That's under 50. So that's 40 in the 40% range. 0 turnovers, man. He was +3 when he was on the court, man. What you giving Gallinari tonight, Lou?
Gallo over Collins. I'm gonna give him. He needs to get more efficient, so I'm gonna give him a 7. But like the thing is I think if they gave him control of that power forward spot, we would become a different team. I think John Collins coming in for him just makes more sense. John Collins against second team guys would be incredible. But I think we should start with Gallo just because he's just more IQ. Just our team just plays better because we have that ability to throw it down to him, and he can make basketball smart, skillful, like oh shit, basketball plays. And I think that's what we need from that power forward position.
I feel
Seven.
you. I feel
Seven.
you. 7. I give Gallo a 7. I feel you on that. I said only thing you lose with putting Gallo on the court, you lose a lot of athleticism and you'll lose a lot of you'll lose that weak side defensive help. But I mean, I could see your point. What you got on that, analyst, on Gallinari's performance tonight?
I'm gonna give him an 8 for tonight. I just, I felt like the way that just I say it all the way his presence just really it showed in the game. It showed that veteran presence, and I won't now. Obviously, it counts, but that one of the shots that he missed, I was gonna bring it up when we were talking about the refs. Clearly got whacked on the arm there by two guys. Same way Herta got whacked on that fast break. But Gallo clearly got whacked on that play, and he should have gotten a foul. Actually, he went, and then there was a play where at the end of the shot clock he stepped back, but he got fouled, and he talked to the ref afterwards. The whole bench erupted. Clearly, a lot of plays that he missed shots that he got fouled on, at least 2 or 3 of them. So I think that Gallo was just, I think that for the role that he played tonight, he was pretty efficient because it was again, I bring it up again, the shots that he missed, it didn't hurt us. In fact, the shots he made in the first half, it helped build towards that momentum we were trying to build in that first quarter and the end of that second quarter. I thought he just played well. Overall, obviously there were some little sketchy parts on defense where Batum hit those 2 back-to-back threes. But other than that, I think that Gallo I think that he again played his role.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, man. I agree. Like Gallo does give us a different dimension in that power forward spot. I kind of like Gallo coming off the bench, though. I like Gallo going against the other team's second unit because it's just automatic mismatch as far as like just pure basketball IQ. He don't have to work as hard going against those other team starters.
True.
Now I could see now keeping them on when the other team bringing their starters back on. I can understand that, but I could see why. And plus, Gallo, like I said, he pretty long in the tooth, so I don't want to keep pushing him 30, 35 minutes.
No, he's not.
Not. Yeah, yes, he over 30, bro. He on the wrong side of 30.
Dude, that guy's gonna play. How old was Dirk when he stopped playing?
Dirk won't shit after he won the championship, bro.
Listen, he's gonna be able
right
to
or
be
wrong.
effective.
Right or wrong.
He's
right
gonna
or
be
wrong.
able to be effective.
Right or
Marcus
wrong.
Cousin is still in the league. What?
Man, he just scored 30. He just scored 30 points for the first time since when?
Who, Cousins?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, he's a stud.
Exactly. I didn't say he's not a stud, but he injured all the time.
I think that Gallo's better than Cousins.
Not to his fault, but I mean, what
7 for Gallo? That was me.
You do get you do get a different offensive look with Gallo, but you can't run the floor. You lose athleticism, and you lose defense that help defense in the paint. So I mean, it's all the good with the bag. You could say the same shit with Collins. You got Collins, you got the weak side help, but guess what? You don't have a post presence from you at the power forward position. But I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think they wanted a post presence in the power forward position. If they wanted that, they should have went and got it. Let's see. Last power forward who who had a post game for us that was a starter was who? Millsap. I mean,
yeah, and
look how
terrible that worked out.
And that's what I'm saying. He let Millsap go. So I think they built the team according to today's NBA. I mean, it ain't too many power forwards who rely on the post move. They have a post move, but they don't rely on that. They pretty much stretching the floor.
Yeah,
they're pretty much stretching the floor.
You have to have the threat of it.
But that's today's NBA. Man, the three-point shot is more of a threat than anything in today's NBA. But that's what I said, Lou. I
But when
said
you need a basket, when the score is 105, and there's 45 seconds left and you need a basket, you need to be able to dump it to a guy, and the guy's bigger and can just dominate and shack that ball into the layup. Like, I don't
Or draw a
understand.
foul. Or draw a
no.
foul.
Or
If
draw
I
a
have
foul.
if I need a bucket, that's why I'm paying my superstar $200 million to get me a damn
We
bucket.
can't rely. Okay, if he's off,
So you telling me?
or
you can't
if
rely?
they keep,
You telling me
Well, no,
I shouldn't
they,
rely
or if
on
they
a?
key in on
let's
him.
not do that.
What if
Let's
I
not
should
do
not.
that
no,
because
they
I
double
gotta
him up. They double him up. Now what?
So
because
They get
I
the
you
was
ball
I
out of
telling
his
was I
me?
hands.
was
They get
You
the ball out of
telling
his
me
hands.
I should not rely on a $200 million player
Listen,
to
the
get me a
difference.
bucket?
Listen,
I
the
would not.
difference. Wait, hold on, real quick. The difference between doubling up a tray up top is he's just going to get the ball out and it's going to be a scramble. But when you dump the ball to a post player and they double him up, he's going to kick it out to one of our shooters for a wide open shot. Do you understand the difference between how that sets up our team to be effective still? Because the defense is still going to do that.
Let me tell you what happens, bro. Trey gonna bring the ball down. If they double Trey, the ball don't go inside. The ball stays up top. It go to the wing. Hold
Yeah.
up. Let me finish. Let me
Oh,
finish.
I'm giving you
I'm
the
telling you
heads up.
what we do. What
Mhm.
we do.
Okay.
It goes to the wing. Why? Because they trap when they want to double Trey. They double him. Excuse me. They double him as soon as he come across the half court line.
Mhm.
So you
Right.
can't throw the ball in. Why? One, because Trey is so short, so it ain't like he could just throw it over the head. He got to find a way around it, which is usually who? Another player up top, right? Why that player can't get me a bucket? Why that guard can't get me a bucket? Why that small forward can't get me a bucket? Whoever standing up top or standing in the court, because we know Collins and Capella go to the same spots every time they
Mhm.
come down the court. So you ain't gonna be able to get it to them anyway.
No. You don't go straight to them.
I
Listen
don't
what I'm
think
saying.
that
Listen
it
what I'm
was-
saying.
I-
If they doubling, someone is open, right?
It's different. No, but it's
But
yeah.
I don't
go ahead.
think that it was that we can't go to. I just think that it was more so like we can depend on Gallinari for his game in the post. And I was gonna say
No, what we're talking about is when you need a bucket, with whatever seconds left, that's why they're called a superstar. That's why they're called a
Well-
superstar, to get you buckets when you need a bucket. I'm not trying to throw the ball, rely on a role player to get me the bucket. I'm not
yeah.
paying him to get me the clutch bucket. Now,
Yeah.
if
Okay.
he's open,
Well, then-
I will take it. But that's why you pay these superstars.
I was, I don't disagree with
disagree.
that. I don't disagree, but I think that if you look at scenarios, I mean, perfect scenario when Philly came to Atlanta and we end up losing by that last second. They took the ball out of Trae Young's hands. We didn't even get a chance. Well, actually, we did, but we couldn't even run a play with
Why
Trae
not?
Young because
Why we couldn't run a play?
they sent three guys at him. They sent
And
three
what
guys at him.
And what did he do?
He threw it back, and we had to heave up a shot.
He threw it to who? He threw it to who?
Gallo at
How
the
many
top of the
seconds?
key.
How many seconds was left? Where was Gallo at?
Like 1.5 at the top of the key.
At the top of the key.
They were trying to run a play where they got Trae Young onto the basket, but all I'm saying is that, and that's why after that game I preached second star, because it puts more pressure on teams to commit to two guys. But all in all, I mean, I think that we can depend on Trae Young to win us any game. But it is a little bit tougher when you gotta think that team is going to be sending their best defenders at him in clutch time.
And it's up to him. He already know it's coming, bro. He been getting double like that probably his whole career at Oklahoma. He know it's coming. It's up to him to know who's going to be open. It's up to him to say, okay, I see Maxey and Thibault coming at me. So in my head, I should already know who's open, and whoever's open should be moving up top so he can get them the ball easier. I mean, your power forward having a post game don't mean nothing when you don't have the time to get him the ball. You know what I'm saying? But if I need a bucket, that's why I have a superstar. That's who people go to when they need a bucket. Who they go to when Milwaukee need a bucket? The first person they go to is who? Is Giannis, and then Giannis adjusts from there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe that the Atlanta Hawks don't care if Collins has a post game, because that's not the way we play. We don't throw the ball. We don't throw the ball in the post. That's not what we do. So they want him to stretch the floor. That's why he added the 3-point game to it. You know what I'm saying? But we do need another reliable person, whether it's a superstar or not, or maybe it could be a Kevin Herter. Maybe it could be a DeAndre Hunter. Maybe you already have this person on their roster to where when he gets blitzed, we got a shooter. Hunter's a shooter. Herter's a shooter. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to hit them buckets. We paying them like we paying Herter like he's a big time player, not a superstar, but a big time player.
He played like it tonight.
Yeah. So I mean, you could throw it to Herter and get the same production. I think the only difference, people keep talking about these number twos. I think the only difference is I think we have a number 2 on the roster. I just don't think they get the consistent opportunity because of the way we run the offense and the ball is so much in Trey's hands. On Hunter, Herter, I bet if they had the opportunities to get, 12, 15 shots a night, attack the basket, we'll be Gucci. But the way we run the offense, how Trey got to bring the ball down and he got to give playoff action, and we just not calling plays for a player. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thought on that. I don't think. Don't get me now. Let me add one thing. Don't get me wrong. I do wish Collins had a legitimate post game because I do believe that the tempo slows down in the playoffs a little bit. I mean, teams try to slow the pace down, but the way we play, we try to keep the pace high because we don't have a post game. So yeah, we don't need to be. We don't have a half court game really. So I mean, I ain't really tripping about calling post game now. There's nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm saying? At this point of the season, you know what I'm saying? So let's go to the next player rating, guys. Next player rating, Onyeka Okongwu, 17 minutes, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from the field. 5 personal fouls. I'm giving Onyeka tonight. I'm giving him an 8, man. This dude was magnificent on defense tonight. He brought his usual energy, and I'm listening to the Clippers broadcast, and they was heaping so much praise on Okongwu. Like they were just giving him praise after praise the way he was playing defense tonight in his effort. And then, matter of fact, yeah, I'm with you, drummer boy. I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm gonna give him a +1 for that dunk on Zubac. God dang, boy, he was not gonna be denied tonight, man. What's your thoughts on Okongwu and what's your player rating on Okongwu there, analyst?
Yeah, Big O's getting a 9 for me tonight. I felt like just the way he played in that second half. I thought that he was just big. He came up big. He was controlling the boards in the second half. I felt like he was playing really good defense. He picked up some fouls that shouldn't have been fouls. Because the refs really just called that a little bit inconsistent and petty tonight. Then I thought that Onyeka scored when he needed to score. That dunk, obviously was to me a momentum, more of a momentum setter for us. To just really get out and finish the game along with those Herter threes. But I liked Big O tonight. I like the way he played.
He did real good tonight.
Yeah, I like the way he played. Now I gotta tell you why I gave him a 9 and not a 10.
Go ahead.
Because in the first half, I didn't feel like Onyeka was involved enough. I felt like we weren't. I felt like we were getting beat on most plays. Like when Morris was still in the game. There was some times where Big O was responsible for Morris, and he kind of left him open a little bit. But other than that, he cleaned it up in the second half. He did what he was supposed to do in the second half. That's why he's getting really a 9 for me tonight, because he just played really well tonight. He played really. He just showed up.
Yeah, awesome effort tonight by Double O. All right, let's go to our next player, Bogey Bogdanovic. 28 minutes, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 for 12 from the field, 1 for 7 for 3. I mean, for me, I'm giving Bogey a 7. Only because I don't like the 3-point shooting tonight from Bogey, 1 for 7. I mean, we really rely on his scoring from 3, but his effort tonight, I seen him run around the court. I seen him putting in a lot of effort on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm giving Bogey a 7 tonight. I mean, he shot pretty good from the field. He was about 47% from the field. Um, but yeah, a lot of energy tonight on the defensive end. I see Drummer Boy and Chris only giving him a 6. What's your thoughts on that, analyst, and your rating?
Oh well, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7 because I felt like now one thing I have to give props to Bogey about, and it could be bad for at sometimes, but I love his confidence to shoot the ball because I mean you gotta have confidence to shoot the ball. And like I saw him just coming down and jacking him up, even though I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, "This man has all the confidence in the world that when that ball comes out of his hands, it's going in." But I feel like the shots that he did make, like he started out the game, perfect from the field, and then he kind of started taking some quick shots and stuff like that. And then he's kind of obsessed with taking some contested shots too. But I give Bogey a 7. I felt like his more effort on the defensive end tonight, even though he wasn't a stopper, he wasn't, but he got a steal. I believe tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought he got a steal. It could have been him or Herder, but did
he? Yeah, he got a steal. You're right.
Yeah, and I think that was a really good defensive play by him because he's putting a lot of pressure on. I believe it was on Batum. I thought he put a lot of pressure on Nick tonight, and I just he not an 8 or a 9 because of the way he shot the ball, but I felt like I just felt like his effort was there.
Yeah. All righty. And that's pretty much it. It's only Lou Will, DeLon Wright. They didn't really do nothing tonight, so I ain't gonna waste my time on them. But analyst, what's your thoughts on Coach Nate and his staff tonight? What do you rate them tonight?
Yeah, I'll give him a Actually, you know what? I'll give them a 10 for tonight. I felt like even though some plays we could have made some adjustments on, I felt like that we didn't. I don't think we did, Trey, but I felt like Nate didn't put us in a position tonight. I felt like his rotations were pretty good. I felt like the game plan to kind of spread the floor because they were really killing us from the 3 ball. It didn't seem like it, but they were hitting some big threes, and it was keeping them either in the game or it was keeping them, it was keeping them a little bit on top. And so I felt like forcing them to really have a post game, forcing them to have to score in the paint was really big for us because it basically it gave them an option at the line because they were calling the fouls, but it limited them from shooting a lot of nice shots. Like you saw Batum like miss like 3 of them, but they were really contested. So I felt like that adjustment to making them have to make a mid-ranger or score in the paint was a really good adjustment for tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with everything you said, man. I don't really got nothing to add. Give Coach Nate an 8. The boys came out ready. You take away that second quarter, where they had a big run, and we held them to under 30 points in all 4 quarters. So the effort was there tonight. I can definitely see it, man. The boys was ready tonight. I don't really got nothing to add. You pretty much hit every point, hit the nail on the head with Coach Nate, man. And let's get back. Let's do Trae Young. I can't believe I forgot our best player. That's crazy. I usually try to save him for last, but Trae Young, 37 minutes, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 8 for 17 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3, 10 for 12 from the free throw line. He had 4 turnovers. That's probably his only bad stat was the 4 turnovers. But to me, I'm giving Trae Young a 10. Trae Young did what I wanted him to do, and he did it efficiently. I mean, I think he only had like one logo three, which was from way out there.
Yeah.
But besides that, man, he played a very I want to say he played a very professional basketball player game. Like he really led the team tonight. You know what I'm saying? Without having to take 50 shots and half of them is crap.
Yeah.
Got the team involved early. Didn't try to force nothing. I mean, he took the logo three, but I mean, they was giving it to him, so I could see why he took it. But he only shot 4 3-pointers and still got 27 points, still got to the line 12 times. I mean, I don't know what else you want him to do. It's a 10 for me, hands down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even though we missed out on it, I think it's pretty clear what he's getting tonight, and he's getting the 10 for me tonight.
Yeah, man. Like I love when Trae Young plays like this, man. Just efficient. Man. He play like this. We'll be in every game.
Yeah.
Every game, man. Every
Yeah.
game. You know what I'm saying?
The whole stat sheet was balanced for him tonight.
Yeah, because I mean he accounted for 27 points. Then you add in the assists at a minimum 2 points a piece. That's another 22 points. So he had a hand on, you know, what's that? About 45% of our production tonight. What's that? 40, like 47, 49 points tonight, you know, when you're throwing his assists. And that's just saying if they was all twos. I know a couple was probably threes, but I mean, it's the reason why this dude is our best player and why he about to get on the all NBA team and get that supermax. Like the dude showed up tonight, man. Like he put that bullshit ass couple games aside and he came out tonight and handled his business. And I love when he plays like this, man. You know, I love when he only taking 17 shots and you see one, you got Herter, you got Gallinari, you got Bogey in double digits in shot attempts. So it showed me that the ball has been spread around, man. Capella 9 attempts. 8 attempts for so the ball was moved, man, and I love when he does that, man. And with the 11 dimes, the 5 boards, which you know, out of nowhere, shit, he out rebounded John Collins tonight. You know what I mean? But
I
can't even hate on that, man. I can't even hate on that, man. But you know, besides that, family, I'm about to shut it down tonight because I am hurting tonight, bro. And but I forgot. Let's listen to Analyst's hot take real quick before we shut it down tonight.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Noticing the fourth quarter, looking at who was in the game, my hot take is I'm almost guaranteeing in the offseason John Collins is going to be traded. The fact that a $23 million player is not playing in the fourth quarter, his backup is getting more minutes than him, I feel like he is going to pretty much be traded. With other guys, who knows? But I feel like John Collins, it seems like his injury really just messed him up. He's been really disappointing these past few games. I feel like just the shots that he's taking is not good. All those threes that he's taken, he doesn't need to take those threes because I don't feel like that those threes are threes that we needed. Like one of them were open, but it was like someone like contested threes, and one of them was like on a fast break. Like we didn't need those. And I feel like Coach Nate, is realizing, look, John, your minutes are going to be cut because he already said he's cutting down rotations, cutting down minutes, and shrinking everything, which is what typically coaches do towards the end of the season. And John, if his minutes stay around 20 to 25 a night, you can bet, like, it's only common sense to realize that he's not gonna be here because $23 million you're to be sitting on the bench in the fourth quarter, is not, that's not acceptable. I
don't think he's finna get traded, bro. Like I need to watch his post games, and I hope somebody asks Nate about it because coming off a foot injury, he probably just foot probably still hurt, man. I mean, like when those big men get the foot injuries, those foot injuries are major. Look how many games Capella missed due to his foot injury when we got him. Hell, when we got him, he had already missed the whole first half of the season. You look at all-time greats like Yao Ming. That's why he had to retire early because of his foot. Foot injuries on big dudes, it take a long time to recover from that. Because when you run up and down that court, that's poundage going onto that foot. So until I hear them say Collins is 100% healthy, then you might be on to something. But it's about what can you get for him in return. And I'm like Drummer Boy, I don't want no more draft fucking picks, bro. I'm done with draft picks. If we cannot get a starter, we need to keep JC. I don't want no bench player. I don't want no role player. You know what I'm saying? If we can't get a legit player back, legit starter, then I'm keeping Collins.
Yeah, you see what I just posted right after that.
Yeah, plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? But that was a good. I mean, that take will make sense now. If Collins say you know I'm feeling fine, then there's something to be thought of. Like, hey, Coach Nate, why is Gallo playing all this fourth quarter and Collins not playing? What's the deal?
I was wondering, like 23 million, like we just paid him. I was like, and he said in the fourth, I said this is not looking good for him because
but I mean it's only like one game, so you can't really make an issue out of it. It's only one game, bro.
He only played 29 last game too. Like
that's starter minutes, 29 minutes. That's starter minutes. You get 29 minutes. That's starter minutes right there, man. If you could, you want to keep your starters like the 30 minutes, but the reason we can't is because every freaking game is a fight to the finish. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep them out there, and then it's also about when they on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you might be on to something if this continues, but if just off of one game and he off an injury, a severe injury for a guy his size, I don't really think nothing of it. Now, if we start seeing this be a consistent thing, though, then you might be on to something. You know what I'm saying? But
what F. Douglas said was true too.
Yeah, if we trade him, I'm like Drummer Boy, bro. I don't want no draft picks. I don't want no picks, none of that. You know what I'm saying?
And and like I said in chat, I said I think that Travis has made that clear. That we like certain players, like a player like Cam Reddish, like his value wasn't there to get another rotational player, nor do we need one because we had a log jam and we wanted to clean up our rotation. So the best thing was to get a first round pick. But with Collins, he has shown what players like Collins and Collins himself. We're not just trading Collins for no role players. That's why he declined the Mavericks trade, which Rashad was saying he would have accepted, like Kleber, Finney Smith, and first round pick. Like that wasn't good enough for Travis. He said it. I mean, he wants a pretty much an all-star caliber player in return for John Collins. And until some team is ready to offer that, we're not trading John Collins. And then I was reading what F. Douglas said, which is very true. I don't know if you noticed. I made a video on a while, maybe a couple of weeks ago. He said they keep teasing Zion. Travis might steal him, and he also said Zion wants to play here. He has shown many signs, and actually have really shown some attractiveness to playing with Trae Young. I mean, again, I respond to another one of his comments. He said Zion and Trae will shut the whole league down.
I mean, I've been saying go get Zion for over a year now. I've been saying Zion. I've been saying get Zion ever since I seen at the draft when he rubbed our logo and shook his head. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll take Zion. I mean, he give you 20. He give you 25 and 7. He don't even do nothing. I mean, he don't even do nothing special, but still give you 25 and 7. So I mean, is it an upgrade over Collins? Yeah. Make sure we do our due diligence. But like you said, and like everybody knows, it takes two people to make a trade. So just because Zion want to leave, don't mean that they're gonna trade him to us. They do trade him, they're gonna be like every other good executive and try to get the most they can get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I want to say this one last thing, and yeah, I mean, I was looking at Zion. I was like, well, the fact that Zion would be able to develop into Trae Young's prime at the same time, they would be able to develop into their prime at the same time. That's scary. And I think that if you're trying to still stay around the same age group as Trae, that's the perfect 1-2 punch
bro, let me
that
tell
you
you
can
something.
have.
I'm gonna tell you something. You get Zion here, bro. He gonna steal all the Trae's thunder, dog. Because Zion is a freaking monster.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is a generational talent. You know what I'm saying? He is like, he just when he's healthy, that dude is amazing. Like, just go watch him last year with the bro. He don't do nothing and get 25 points and 7 rebounds, bro. He don't do nothing outstanding. Where you be like, oh, he nice with the hand, bro. He just go down there and play big boy ball because he a big boy, athletic as hell, and get you. He averaged 25 points last year, shot 68% from the field. Like, this dude is amazing. You know what I'm saying? But family, I got to cut this short. I am hurting tonight. I'm sorry. You know, I know we usually go longer than this, but your boy is struggling to stay.
Feel better.
Yeah,
Feel better.
man. I'm about to go and hit this NyQuil again. I hit some. I only took a little bit earlier because I knew we had to do the post game. I didn't want to be too drowsy, but let me go down here get this NyQuil. Hit this NyQuil, and your boy gonna have to call it a night early. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we
Lucky you
should be.
work from home, so you don't have to,
What? Thank God. All I gotta do, if I want to call out, matter of fact, I just log on my computer, send an email to my supervisor. But
Get
salute
some
to the
rest.
chat, salute to analysts, salute to the Lou who came in tonight. Holla, salute to everybody in the chat, and I will catch y'all. Our next game is what, in one more day? What's today? Friday, Saturday. We play Sunday, right?
Yep, play Sunday, so we get a little time off.
Yeah, we'll catch y'all Sunday.
Yep.
Might have a video up for y'all tomorrow, family. I depends on how I feel tomorrow. And y'all stay up, man. Stay easy. You got any last word? Oh, make sure you tap in with Atlanta Analyst YouTube channel. He posts every day. Tap in with the homie. You got any last words, Analyst?
Nope. Great win, and we had another opportunity coming up here for our 500 chance.